Hello and welcome to Big Bad Bat Raps. This is Nick. This is my first attempt at a battle report. Please be gentle. I've been thinking about doing these for a long time, and there's a local campaign at my store. It started at 1,000 points. It's good versus evil. We square off. We're battling over a map. Each side has two capitals. I attacked, and a Lizardman player took the challenge. So we're going to see how that happens. A little bit of background. I also play High Elves and Vampire Counts. I think that's going to be the brunt of the content. But for now, we got a little Beastman campaign action. Enjoy. So, like I said, we got Beastmen versus Lizardmen, 1,500 points. We rolled up a Watchtower scenario. Excuse me. Across from me, on the top left of the screen, he's pretty centrally deployed. He has a unit of 18 Temple Guard housing his level 4 Slan. A Bastiladon there with the laser. Stegadon with Engine of the Gods. A unit of 24 Saurus, hand weapon and shield. And a Scarvet on Cold One right next to him. I'm running a level 3 Great Bray Shaman with Beasts in my large unit of Bestigor. The top bottom left there. A unit of 19 Bestigor with my BSB. 4 Chariots. 2 units of Ungor Raiders, and 2 Razor Gore. These are two close combat-oriented armies. I think we are just going to try and clash in the middle and see who turns out the victor. For spells, I have Wissen's Wild Form, Pan's Impenetrable Pelt, and the Curse of Honor here. The Wissen's is going to help increase the toughness of my blocks, make them a little harder to wound. Curse of Honor here is always great to prohibit movement, and the -1 to hit is always a bonus. The Slan had Shem's Burning Gaze, Foz Protection, Net of a Mintok, and Banishment. We'll see how those play out. Here you can see my left flank. I have 1 Chariot, 5 Ungor Raiders, and a Razor Gore. The triangular thing next to the Watchtower is an Altar of Cain. The Blessed Bulwark is next to it on the other side of the tower. And the thing with the 2 posts, I can't remember what that is. This river here is Necrotic Ooze, which may cause him some problems crossing it. We'll have to wait and see. The top of my stuff is ready to go and attack. Top of 1, Beastmen move up. I'm trying to play the game and figure out how to be in the Watchtower at the end of the game. Hopefully take care of the Saurus and Temple Guard blocks and have the tower all to myself, as those are the conditions for victory. My Ungor Raiders move into that mysterious forest, which is in Abyssal Wood. That now causes fear. The Razor Gore also moves up to the top there to threaten the flank, hopefully, or maybe get around and do something fun. Chariots are staring down the Saurus and the Scarvet, and he deployed his unit of Skinks in the Watchtower, which I don't know is a smart idea or not. We'll have to wait and see. Other movements, my left flank moves up a little bit, trying to bottleneck the Temple Guard. We'll see how that goes. Magic, I get Wissen's off on the small unit of Bestigor. His Slan has a power that rerolls the first failed dispel each turn. He fails twice, and now he's shut down for dispelling. I then get off Curse of Anri here on his large unit of Saurus. And for fun, I have a couple dice over and get Pan's Impenetrable Pelt off on my BSB. Magic was 10-6. And, it's looking pretty good. We'll have to see what he does here, what his plans are. I'm thinking he's going to move up and fight because he's pretty confident in his ability. And move up he does. He even with Curse of Anra here, he marches the Saurus, and I believe he takes let's see, I want to say 5 wounds from that, or 4. There's a couple guys peeled off the back there. The 2 dinosaurs move up to kind of fill that gap between the Altar of Cain and the Watchtower. I'm not really sure what's going on there. And he marches through the river, taking out, I think, 1 or 2 Temple Guard. He irresistibly casts Shems at one of my chariots, does a wound to it, and takes a wound himself for the trouble. And he's also moved up his Scarvet on the top there. I think his positioning could have been a little better, but we'll see how that pans out. Here's another shot of the end of the Lizardman movement phase. He moved his Saurus up, like I said. I think he's counting on... He's not in base contact with the Blessed Bulwark. I would have my initiative when in contact with it. It's not really a problem. I have great weapons and impact hits. I'm also thinking that he thinks I won't charge the chariots over that as they're an obstacle. But I am Beastmen and hungry for blood. So, Beastman turn 2, I charge about everything in my large Bestigor charge. The skinks in the tower, they get stand and shot for 1 wound. My uh, chariot, 2 chariots charge over the Blessed Bulwark, passing their tests. 1 into the Scarvet, 1 in clipping the corner of the Saurus. The Bestigor also get in there, and the Razor Gore is also there in the flank. The Saurus are -1 to hit still from Curse of Anri here, but I believe that goes away, so that might not be a deal. But magic is 11 to 6, and like last time, I get pretty much everything off I needed because he fails to dispel. Here's another picture of that combat. I'm going to resolve the Bestigor fight first because if I break these Saurus, the chariot can hopefully overrun into that Scarvet and to that combat, and I'll get 2 for 1 on that. So I'm really hoping that works out. The Saurus are cursed, -1 to hit. They do 1 wound to me, kill 1. You can see him peeled off there. The chariot does 5 impact hits, only kills 1. He's got the 6-up ward save from the Engine of the Gods there. He declares a challenge. My BSB dispatches his champion, doing 1 extra wound, and the Bestigor go ahead and kill 5 Lizardmen. He's no longer steadfast. I win. I got 2 banners and all kinds of static combat res there. He's going to break. I chase with my chariot and run him down. Here you can see my left flank movement. I move the Ungors up to kind of chaff up those Saurus. The Razor Gore moves up for more fun stuff. My chariots kind of shamble up to hopefully do a supporting role in the later turns. The picture there you can still see on the right side the Saurus are still there. Like I said, the chariot pursues, catches them, overruns into the Scarvet. I do a bunch of impact hits to him. I do 1 wound with impact hits, and the Razor Gore, strength 6 on the charge, kills the Scarvet before he can swing, which is pretty darn cool. Go Razor Gore. The large Bestigor unit charges the Skinks. I kill 8. There's still 1 in there, so he is cold-blooded and makes it on his 5. Here you can see the aftermath of that combat. The Gores and Chariot both overrun. The Chariot overruns after killing the Scarvet. The Razor Gore and other Chariots stand still to protect that side. The large Bestigor unit with the Great Bray Shaman bounces out of the Watchtower. And we are getting ready for Lizardman turn. Here's Lizardman turn 2. He's not taking the bait on the Ungors. He moves his Engine of the Gods thing over to possibly get a flank charge on that, on the Bestigor unit in the next turn. Everything just kind of shuffles up a little bit. He loses 2 Temple Guard from moving in the river. I can't remember what happened there. Magic is 5 dice to 4. He reveals that he has the Forbidden Rod now and gets 3 more dice and takes 3 wounds. Risky play on his part, but I think he was going for a big magic phase to try and turn the tides of this battle, as it's looking pretty bad. Also a little random shooting. The skinks on the engine of the gods kill 1 or 2 Bestigors from the small unit, and the skinks remaining in the watchtower shoot and kill 1 from the large unit. Nothing too serious. Alright, in Lizardman turn 2, he did move his Bastiladon up there into that space. I go ahead and move my Ungars in front of the Temple Guard to chaff them up. The small Bestigor unit swings around to get a flank charge and later turns again out of the charge arc of the Stegodon. And I charge my 2 chariots and large Bestigor unit into the Bastiladon. He dispels Curse of Anra here, and I get Wissens off on the large unit of Bestigor. Making them strength 7, toughness 5. Winds of Magic was 6-4. I do 1 wound to the Bastiladon with impact hits, and I hit 9 times and do 6 wounds with the Bestigor and destroy that. I forgot to mention earlier that Primal Fury is really getting it done here. I haven't failed one yet. My BSB has been around most of the stuff, and it's working really great. So Lizardman 3, he charges the Ungor. He has a decent magic phase. I'm trying to see here what it is. Magic is like 5-2 or something like that. He throws a bunch of dice at net on my large Bestigor unit, and I use my Dispel Scroll. He takes some shots with some skinks, not much happens, and he obviously wipes out those Ungor. But pay special attention to that Razorgore on the top. He is in the rear of that unit, and there are 2 chariots sitting there ready to go. So it kind of looks like this after Lizardman turn 3. Now it's Beastman turn 4. I pretty much charge everything in. I charge the 2 chariots to the front of that Temple Guard unit, the Razorgore to the rear, and you can't see them well. They're right on the other side of that double post thing. The other Bestigor come in and they have a flank charge. Magic is 8-5. He dispels Wissen's wild form. But I do miscast. I irresistibly cast Curse of Anra here on that unit. Killing... Oh, I charge the large unit into the Watchtower 2 here. I get miscast 3, big template, d6 wounds to each, or d6 hits to each side. I lose 3 Bestigors and the 2 skinks die. And my Bray Shaman is sucked into the warp for his trouble. So that combat goes about as planned. I do 8 impact hits, kill 5 Temple Guard. That peels off the back rank, and now the Razorgore is in base contact with the Slan. He kills the Slan outright. The Temple Guard that are remaining to the front, they go before me with the great weapons. They do 1 wound each to each chariot. The Bestigor kills 6. It's pretty much a rout. They break on Snake Eyes, and I run them down. That's essentially the game. Bottom of his turn, he uses his Eye of the Gods thing and does a couple wounds here or there, but essentially calls it after that. Hope you enjoyed the report. I'm looking to take a lot more pictures next time, and thanks for watching.